Okay.
Does it say it's recording?
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the 7th Theater is the Cure installment. Thank you so much for joining us. Theater is the cure, maybe, certainly not, for coronavirus or quarantine, but we hope that it's a little bit of a cure for loneliness, isolation, and certainly any sort of apathy or absence of creativity. So we are bringing you collaborations, the theatrical variety, creative collaborations from truly all over the world. Our farthest reach as of tonight, we had someone directing from China. For reals, China, Hungary, Ireland, England, all over. So we're pretty excited to have writers, directors, and actors participating from all over. So it's original work, written every week and performed and directed, and their teams, and they get together and they rehearse, and there it is for you. So we do accept donations, but you're free to watch the show. That can be found on our Theater is the Cure Facebook event page. Just click that PayPal link and give whatever you can. We certainly appreciate it, and that is distributed among the participating artists. So I'm not going to talk anymore because you're not here to see me. You are here to see these wonderful creative theater artists who gave their creative talents and gifts this week, and I'm so excited for you to see them. So first up, we have a monologue written by Thelma Verata de Castro, and she is local here in San Diego, and it is being performed by someone who was, I believe, already on Theater is the Cure the 2nd week. I mean, I know he was, but I just was trying to remember which week. And the director is Justin Lang, also here in San Diego. And this is, we're gonna make sure that we can hear this fella here because I'm still learning. There we go. And this is John Meslin with Mama's Boy.
Pluto! Pluto! What up, guys? Hey! They started to leave you hanging, you know? I mean, I'm still immortal, so I guess I should keep a little bit of physical distance, you know, right? But, hey, man, great to see you, you know? I mean, I just got to be careful because, I mean, I'm not going to live forever unless one of you planets does me a solid, you know? I mean, I'm not quite sure what that means or how that works, but whatever, you know? Just glad to be alive, hanging with you, my favorite cousin, you know? Cheers! Woohoo! Yeah! Oh, the togas. Yeah, the togas were my mother's idea, you know? Mother Nature. She, I don't know, she wanted to change things up, wanted something a little bit more traditional this year. You know, she thought the the Star Wars theme last year was a little tacky, I guess, you know. But I'm gonna be honest, Pluto. I'm a little surprised to see you here. You know, you haven't been at any of these celestial family reunions ever since you got moted. But I don't care what anyone else says. In my book, you're still a planet. But then again, who am I, right? I'm bottom of the barrel too. I'm just lowly old Manny, Mr. Mankind, hanging with all the celestial celebrities. I guess they're the ones who keep the lights on, though, right? Well, watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. Oh, so this freaking sun. He thinks he's so hot. Center of the universe, you know? Like, it's all about him. You know what? With a brother like him, it's no wonder I was such a screw up. You try living in that shadow. You're lucky you're billions of miles away. I mean, no one could live up to that guy. You know, it's not easy. Oh, my mom? Yeah, mom's been pretty sick, you know. Mother freaking nature, right? Who would have thought it? But, you know how it is. We ruin their lives, or so they say, right? But instead of stretch marks, I gave her climate change. You know, not an easy thing to deal with here. The funny thing is, ever since I've been dealing with the COVID, you know, Ma's been getting better. You know, she's doing better. I've had to isolate. I've had to separate. Gave me time to contemplate. You know, less cars, less pollution. Even the factories are shut down right now. It's wild. And I mean, I admit, I've been spoiled. I've been a spoiled child. I've been a jerk. I've ran the planet like an idiot. You know, I mean, we needed to take a step back. I was taking Ma for granted. You know, she's always been a great lady, and I didn't always think of her. I thought about myself a little more. But it's given her a chance. You know, she's found her balance again, and it's given us a chance to reconnect. You know, we've gotten closer. We've I don't know, we've been connected again. It's been beautiful. And I think that's why the sun's flaring up, you know? He's jealous. He's so insecure. I mean, you're the sun. Relax. But anyway, I mean, it's been tough. The virus has really rocked my world. I tell you, I really had the stars kicked out of me. But I've needed it, I think. It's been humbling. I've found myself again. And even Ma says she's proud of me, you know? She says she's glad to see me able to change and you know, get my footing again. She says that I should be thankful for what I have and for who I am. And she's right, you know? Listen, the other day, me of all people, I got up before dawn and I drove east. Just for the hell of it. It was awesome. I got to see my brother rise over the mountains. And I just got to see Ma's beautiful face.
Nice. Nicely done. That was John Meslin in Mama's Boy, written by Thelma Verrata de Castro, a very creative and talented playwright right here in San Diego. That was directed by Justin Lang, a director joining us for the first time, also here in San Diego. All right. And next up, we have a play. And forgot to say is, you can all join us. If you are a writer, actor, director, look on the Theater is the Cure event page, find out how to submit to us. And now we have a panel of judges, which changes every week. And I keep meaning to post the names of the judges so you can You can pick at them. But they're playwrights as well as patrons and directors, theater artists as well. But so just so you know, this was chosen this week because this person lives with me. And I didn't know he was a writer until this month, so go figure. I don't anything. Okay, this is The Best Trip Ever, written by Logan, and I don't get to vote unless there's a tie. So, and this is being performed by, it's directed by Tyga Christie and being performed by Andrew Oswald. The Best Trip Ever.
Tuesday night, I decided I needed some alone time. You know, out in the open, away from the city, surrounded by nature, yet not so far out that if I overdose, it'd take months to find my corpse. Mrs. Johnson, a couple of hikers found your son hanging by a tree from his belt. No, he didn't take his own life. The hikers found him hanging from a tree by his belt while it was still on his pants. He was climbing the tree and slipped. His belt got caught on a branch. He was hanging about 6 inches from the ground. His knife and his smartphone fell out of his pocket. They were lying just out of reach. He died from dehydration. No. I wasn't going to be that guy. Yeah, I needed some nature, but not fatal nature, not blizzards and buzzards and grizzly bears, and certainly no damn murder hornets. Sure, I live 90 minutes from the mountains, but I live only 20 minutes from the ocean. And the beach is so quiet that time of night. So this time, I thought the beach was the better choice. Did I mention that I brought a tin of edibles with me? You know, the good kind, with both CBD and THC in them, with the balance in favor of the latter, if you know what I mean. So, I parked my car about a block away from the beach. I opened my tin and grabbed what I thought was a 5 milligram piece. Ends up it was a couple of pieces combined. I may have left the tin in the sun and it sort of made them into fewer, larger pieces. I didn't know until later. So the piece I took must have been at least 15 milligrams, maybe 20. And I was still sitting in my car because right when I pulled up, my favorite song came on the radio. And I got a Dorita, down. If you are a fan, you know how we must listen to the entire song whenever we hear it. It took me 19 minutes to get from the Honda to the beach, 2 minutes for the walk, and 17 minutes and 5 seconds for Iron Butterfly. Doodle-a-doodle-a-doodle-a-doo. Anyhow, I found a spot at the top of a stairway looking down at the water. The place smelled really bad, like old wet sea lions or Godzilla farts. And I really wanted to sit there through the stench, but I wasn't sure if I could, really. And then it happened. The moon set on the horizon, and above me, I saw a shooting star, then another. And when I looked down the stairs at the water, I swear, I saw the water twinkling blue, like glowing blue, like bright blue LED lights or liquefied Disney fairies or something. I thought I was headed for an overdose based on what I was seeing. I got paranoid. I left. On the way back to the car, I tripped over a low branch. How serendipitous, I thought. At least it wasn't murder hornets. Back at the Honda, the clock, which was still an hour wrong due to savings time, said I'd been gone for 3 hours and 13 minutes. Huh. Seemed exactly that long. And the craziest part of the story, the next day I found out what I saw is for reals, called bioluminescence. Saw it on Insta. Happens about 2 times every year. Giant blooms of these tiny organisms. When they're agitated, they glow blue. And when they die off, well, Godzilla farts. Even still, that night was one of the best trips of my life. And you know what? It had nothing to do with being high. The edibles ended up just being plain old raspberry gummies from France that my boyfriend left in the car. Nothing psychotropic about them at all. Turns out, nature is a much better drug.
Nicely done. Thank you, Andrew Oswald, who is a drug unto himself in the best possible sense. Andrew Oswald with the best trip ever. And I can attest that that was inspired by true events because my boyfriend has some lovely pictures you can check out on the Facebook of bioluminescence, which did happen this past week. Lovely, really gorgeous pictures. Do check them out. Performed by Andrew Oswald, written by Ron Logan, and directed by Tyga Christie. Next up, we have actually a monologue, way to go, written by a gentleman who wrote lyrics and composition, wrote the lyrics with a gentleman who wrote, a different gentleman who wrote the composition for a song that was performed last week. This is written by Bill Nelson. It is called Fresh Squeezed, and it is directed by Ryan Thornhill. Fresh Squeezed coming to you from Heather Warren.
Grandma, honey! Grandma! Driver, that other window's open all the way. Can you scooch up?
Uh-oh, it looks like we might have lost Heather a bit. So I'm gonna come back to you, Heather. I'm not sure if you can hear me.
An extra.
Oh, that's okay. Let's try again.
Okay.
Just refresh. Got a little frozen there, so we're gonna let you start again. And I'm gonna come back to you, and here we go. And this is Heather Warren with Fresh Squeezed.
Grandma, honey! Grandma! Driver, that other window's open all the way. Can you scooch up another foot or two? Oh, here's good. Grandma, I see you sitting in your recliner. Got myself all dressed up. Eyelashes, all the doodads. So you better hear me, Grandma. Woman, I spent 10 minutes and 10 extra bucks spraying Lysol up and down the back seat of this taxi cab before I put my Sunday skirt covered butt in it and came all the way up to Yonkers to see you. Even with all this Corona COVID juice all up in the air everywhere, especially around this run-down old folks home you just had to pick, even though it's 40 minutes in a cab for the only anybody in your damn fam who comes to see you. Grandma! No, don't honk. Give all our neighbors heart attacks. I told you I was coming, Grandma. Did you not put your hearing aids in your head? Nobody in this place keeps their damn hearing aids in their head. Brought you a birthday present. Couldn't shop, you know. Just made these lemon donuts you love. Fresh squeezed lemon juice, of course, or you'd slap my hand off. I'm gonna start eating them. Woman, wake up and look at how good I look. I think she was in a coma or something. Oh my Lord. Oh my Lord. Are you dead? Dear God, is she dead and I almost just threw a bag of donuts at her head? You're not with the angels, are you? Grandma? Look, I'm gonna throw this donut back at you. And if you don't move. What's that? Who said ow? Mister, what were you doing down there with no shirt on? Grandma, you aren't wearing any clothes. Oh no. No. Grandma, I'm gonna call you later and sing you happy birthday, okay? And you just enjoy those donuts. Why don't you share them with your friend down there? Drive her like a bat out of hell, please. What? Yes, ma'am, I use fresh squeezed orange juice. What? I said yes, for the love of God, put in your hearing aids.
Oh, the images. Oh dear. Oh, nice restart there, Heather. That was Heather Warren with Fresh Squeezed. I'll say, very fresh, very squeezed. Heather Warren with Fresh Squeezed, written by Bill Nelson and directed by Ryan Thornhill, who directed Heather from China. Way to go, Ryan. Thank you for being a part, and all of us, and all of you. Next up, we have a monologue written by Ed Cunningham, and it is directed by Miranda Stewart, who is a TITC alum. New hashtag, feel free to use it. And this is being performed by a lovely gal here in San Diego, who is just a delightful person in general. And this is Irene, performed by Grace Delaney.
Oh, stay put, son. The bloody airplane's liable to give you COVID. Besides, there's no point. I'm already dead, right? Well, what's the bloody point of a funeral anyway? I mean, God forgive me, I suppose. But honestly, I'm much happier now. Good riddance to the Alzheimer's. Good riddance to that bag of bones body I was living in. This is much better. I got my 40-year-old body back. Well, maybe 45. But look, I'm exercising again. Oh, do you remember when you were a boy and I'd bring you along to my exercise class? Or when I do my 20-minute workout in the living room? Oh, do you remember how happy that made me? Well, that's what this place is. Oh, it's beautiful. Everyone's exercising, everyone's moving about, everyone's getting ready for something. I'm not sure what. Oh, do you want to have a good cry, son? Oh, go ahead. Oh, it's all right. I love you. I'm right here. And I got news for you. I'm not going anywhere. You cannot say goodbye to me, even if you wanted to. This is where I live now, with you inside that wee, beautiful brain of yours. I'm with you, my love. It's funny. I don't know how I know this, but I definitely know that part of me is going to stay here with you, and part of me is going to stay with your sisters. And the other part of me, well, the Holy Ghost baby part of me, is going to be moving on. Oh, but this place is magic. It's not scary anymore. I feel safe. I almost wish I could stay, but it's temporary. I can tell. Oh, maybe that's what funerals are for doling out pieces of your soul to your children and your grandchildren. And then whatever wee bits get left over are shipped off to some other place. Some Amazon warehouse in the sky. Listen to me, my son. You made the right choice. It was too risky to travel. You have a family to take care of now. You've got a wife who's immunocompromised. I bet you didn't know I knew that word now, did you? Well, you got to sit right there tight, son. And I promise I'll come to you tomorrow. In fact, I'll let you in on a little secret. There's a bagpiper coming to your house. Oh, you got lovely friends. And they know you, son. They knew how to bring me right into your front yard. Oh, isn't he love beautiful? All your friends, all your neighbours will be there. And I'll be there too. And when the pipes start playing, all right, I want you to sing. Oh, cripes! I almost forgot. I have something for ye. Oh, that's the marble you gave me when you were a boy. You gave it to me as a thank you for taking care of you when you had the chicken pox. Oh, it was your favourite marble. I've had it in my wee jewellery box ever since. I love that marble. You keep it close, all right? It's full of all the love of the world inside. I'll see you tomorrow.
We'll just. Oh, I'm not a very good host. Oh, that was Grace Delaney with Irene. You can't do something with an Irish accent and expect me not to cry. And that was directed by Miranda Stewart, written by Ed Cunningham. Oh, they were just so lovely. All right, changing it up. Next up, no more tears. Written by Rebecca Nekritz and directed by Kevin Dunkelberg, who has gotten on board quite a bit for us here as the multi returnee to TITC directing team, Kevin Dunkelberg. And this is being performed by Tony Perrotta. This is Susan.
Debbie, is that you? Oh, good. I did the Skype thing. Taylor would be so proud. How's Taylor? He's great. He's okay. He's driving me crazy. I know you don't have any kids, but have you ever adopted a puppy and you go to this shelter and you think, oh, this one's so cute. And then you take home this adorable ball of destruction. It tears apart your shoes. It eats your bras. It keeps sticking its nose in your cheesecake. But eventually, they grow up. Now, see, Taylor, he hasn't done that yet. Oy, he's 24, and I swear to God, he's still an undergraduate. Pick a major, I say, any major. I don't care what it is. It doesn't have to be in medicine or law. I would be happy at this point if he got his BFA in clowning, or even if he got his theater degree. And now he's back to living at home. But I don't blame him, really. I mean, it's not his fault the college had to close down for the semester, but couldn't he have lived anywhere else? Like with a girlfriend or a classmate or some stranger he found on Craigslist. But you know, I love him. I do. But Debbie, you have no idea what it's like to live with a 24-year-old adolescent. He stays in his room all day. He's up there playing some video game or another, and he's always bringing food up there, and he leaves it up there for weeks. Ugh, he's making our house smell like horrible garbage. Ugh, I swear to God, I'm sure I'd be smelling like a landfill if it wasn't for my Chanel number 24. Oh, I snuck in this morning and I found 2 rotten apples, 3 stained coffee mugs, and an entire carton of Chobani just sitting in the sun. He doesn't have a girlfriend. And I'm telling you, you have no idea how he handles our possessions. Debbie, it's horrible. He takes the floss, my floss, and puts it on top of the toilet. Every night. He takes my floss and puts it up on top of the toilet tank, and then he flushes the toilet. And it's causing these germ aerosols floating on top of my floss. Hey, maybe he's all right with, flossing his pearly whites with that shit, but I am not. Oh. Does he help around the household? I don't think that boy has washed a dish in his life. Of course I've asked him to help out, but he just looks at me and says, okay, Ma. And then he proceeds to do the most terrible job imaginable. Well, I just do it because it's easier that way. But we do have some good moments. Well, he learned that I love this new modern singer, Katie Musgrove, and sometimes after dinner, he plays her music and we sing along aloud at the top of our lungs. And sometimes he makes me these amazing vegetarian dinners loaded with veggies and tofu. I had no idea that tofu could taste like anything. And he takes me on bike rides sometimes, even though, I can't keep up with him. But he never complains about that. He's like, it's like living with an overgrown puppy. But he's my overgrown puppy, So, how are you doing, Debbie? How's jail?
That's great. Oh, thank you. That is Tony Perrotta in Susan, written by Rebecca Nekritz and directed by Kevin Dunkelberg. No tears and fun times, and so thinking of all of those parents who thought they were done. Those empty nesters, though, man, some of those, they're like happy as clams, right? They're like, yay, they're back. All right, up next, we have a monologue written by Laurie Allen, and it is directed by Carrie Cluin Lawrence, who was actually in our very first World Theater Day, Theater is the Cure event, and whom I forgot to call Carrie Cluin Lawrence, and I only called Carrie Lawrence. And she is directing from Madrid, Spain. So this is Our Story, and it is being performed by Taylor Linnekin.
Why? Why couldn't you have picked a different time to have this happen? Or how about never? I mean, you're God. You could have stopped it. So tell me. I want to know. I know that you haven't heard from me in a while, but I've been busy. You know, class president, cheerleader, National Honor Society, valedictorian. We are so proud of the hard work and dedication of the seniors this year, and we are so sad that they have to go through this. Sad? How about mad? I am so mad. I have worked so hard for this. We have all worked hard for this. Since elementary, this was the goal. Graduation, the ultimate goodbye, and that final bridge from high school to college. And it was our time. We'd get all dressed up like we're going to church, shining brightly like stars at night, slowly and meticulously putting on our gowns as if they were a royal mantle. And we looked good. Sharp, crisp, smart. And then we single file into the Coliseum. Click, click, click. Pictures being taken throughout the room. And then we wait. We wait for our moment. Until finally, we walk the stage. Our parents beam with pride, and so do we. Click, click, click. There's so many pictures. And all those years were leading up to this very moment. Kindergarten, first lost tooth, recess and spelling tests, trading lunches, 6th grade graduation, braces, pimples and crushes, sharing secrets and showing tears, dances, football games, running down the hallways laughing, pressing in, cramming for tests, and thank God passing tests. And click, click, click. Friends taking pictures of friends. And remembering all of those times. So what are you trying to do? Get our attention? Punish us? What did we ever do to you? Forget it. You're not going to tell me. It's just silence. Deafening silence, just like it is in my room. Mom, stop. No, I'm not hungry. Just go away. Go away. At least I'm not crying anymore. Yeah, I know that it's not the end of the world, but it feels like it. Stop. You don't love me. Then prove it. Fix it. Make it all go away. Snap your godly fingers and let's go back to where we were. Getting ready for the prom. I had the dress. What, Mom? No, I don't want to watch a movie with you. I don't care if you have popcorn. I'm tired. Okay, well, I'm going to take a nap. Yeah, so if you're so good, then why did you let all of this happen? See, I knew it. Silence. Your silence speaks louder than words. Because you don't care. So if you need me, just let me know. Because until then, I'm out. What? You have great plans for me? I'm stronger than this? To my class of 2020, we feel that this pandemic has ruined the celebration that we earned and deserve. But that is not so. What it has done is given us the greatest gift of all, a story. Our story. Think of the story that we'll tell our children or our grandchildren. We'll tell them our strength, perseverance, and determination to not let this keep us down. We will do as our alma mater states. With courage, honor, and excellence, we shall shine through and through. Yes. Back in 2020, we lived through it. And we made history. Class of 2020, we got this. Hey, Mom, I changed my mind. I do want to watch a movie. And save some popcorn for me, okay? Thanks.
Oh, don't look at me, I'm ugly. Wow. Go class of 2020. God bless you all. And all of you who thought you'd be in college right now with your peers. I remember when they closed down the colleges, I thought, because I went to performing arts college, I thought, how are they going to do that? And I don't know how they're doing that right now, because that's just not an online thing, people. So bless you all, those who are not walking. Just bless your hearts. Okay, I did a really good running order because this is going to help me bounce back. Nicely done. That was Taylor Linekin performing Our Story, written by Laurie Allen, and directed by Carrie Cluin Lawrence. And up next is a recent TITC alum, speaking of alums and such, K. Megan Washington actually was with us last week. She's back again. She's coming up. And this piece is written by Kendra Augustin and directed by Sharon Blount. This is K. Megan Washington with Becoming Boring.
Can I just say, in this era of isolation, that the thing I'm most afraid of is becoming boring. I mean, of course, I'm terrified of the more serious and awful things like death and dying, but I am in my bed all day, every day. As naturally I would be, because it is a place of comfort and I love it here. But being comfortable saps me of my kick-ass personality. I feed off people. I'm like a vampire that sucks the energy from others, but, you know, without causing them to die. And all the meetups and the Zooms and the FaceTiming, I mean, that's all great because it keeps me connected to the world, and I'm doing like 7 meetings a day. But in the before times, every time I would enter a room, people would cheer my name, Zaraya, Zaraya, because my presence immediately lights up any space I enter. I'm not being arrogant. These are things that people have told me to my face more than once. And on these apps, very few people laugh at my jokes. Bombing is a thing that I overcame in the 2nd grade. The nuance of my humor is lost in the translation. Is it because I haven't been out in 2 months? Oh, look at this. I can't find the other one right now, but this is so nice, isn't it? I imagine on the day that I find the other one, there will be an announcement from the governor, and he will say, it is 6:45 p.m. and at exactly 7 o'clock, all the bars and clubs will be open. Be ready. And I will put this on and I will glide down the street singing, I'm a little blackbird looking for a bluebird too. Even little blackbirds get a little lonesome too. I'm blue. And everyone will stop and stare and they'll say, welcome back, welcome back. And every last ounce of dull will just drain out of me, and I will not take for granted the gloriousness of human connection. But to respond to your question, I had a veggie burger for breakfast. You?
That's pretty much how I'm answering questions these days. And then what have you done today? Nicely done. Kay Megan Washington. And it's so funny because when I read that, I thought, I hope the actor has red shoes, but I'm sure they'll wing it. But she was just at the ready, got those red shoes. Those were actually in the script. So I clearly know how to cast. This is Kay Megan Washington with Becoming Boring, which actually there wasn't a title attached, so I chose that. I hope you like it, Kendra. Feel free to reprimand me with an email. Kendra Augustin, and directed by Sharon Blount. Thanks so much. Fantastic. Up next, we have a monologue written by Alita Barthel, and she is San Diego. San Diego kind of swept this week. Last week, it was a lot of Brits taking over, a little bit of a British invasion. This week, we've got quite a few San Diegans on our writing roster. And this is directed by Carly Bodner, whom I actually know from Director's Lab and whom I had him handwritten last week. Never do that again. I called Bodhar, because I can't remember writing, but I know her name. It's Bodner. And this is being performed by Jenna Coursey, and this is Will Keep You Safe.
So, funny story. I wake up on Saturday, totally hungover, and my cat's licking my face, and I start yelling at my boyfriend to leave me alone. Where is everybody? Canceled? What do you mean social gatherings of more than 10 people aren't allowed? Okay. Very funny, guys. I know that I'm late, but I'm really ready to go this time. I learned the music. I know my choreography. I said the joke's over. You can all stop pretending to pack everything up. You're serious? So we just quit? And do what? I mean, if we can't have social gatherings of over 10 people, that's pretty much the end of theater as we know it. That's the end of theater. No, I'm okay. I just hadn't connected all of this. I guess this is what you call being blank-sided. I mean, not that this was paying my bills. Yeah. Okay, so sometimes it costs me money to do a show, but not have theater to do. I don't know. This is Horse. I brought him for the stumble through today. He's for good luck. He belonged to my mom. He went everywhere with her, the hospitals, and then the skilled nursing facilities. Oh, they would tie her call button to Horse's saddle so that she wouldn't lose it. She certainly never lost track of Horse. One time he got balled up with the bedding and we had to do an elaborate search through the bowels of the laundry room to find him, but we got him. He was very clean. Oh, thank God she isn't here for any of this. I mean, isn't that the scariest place to be right now? My dad used to say, when the world is run by honest men, the crooks are in jail. But when the world is run by crooks, The honest people are stuck in a nursing facility during a pandemic. Oh, I'm sorry. That's just my dark and completely inappropriate sense of humor coming out. That's why I do musicals, so I can get as far away from myself as possible. Oh, how about this? Let's buckle down and make some really rad TikTok videos, like a TikTok version of something like Sweeney Todd for the nursing facilities. Nothing's gonna infect you, not while I'm around. Nothing's gonna infect you, no sir, not while I'm around. Viruses are prowling everywhere. Don't be a dope. I'll send him washing, I don't care. I've got soap. No one's gonna infect you. No one's gonna cough. Others approach you, not to worry, nay. I'll be there. We'll keep you safe.
I don't know. I don't know what's happening. That was Jenna Corsi, which I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Just like nod or thumbs up if I am. Ish. You can tell me later. Querzy? Querzy.
Jersey. It rhymes with Jersey.
Querzy. That was lovely. But I'm a sap for theater, so there you go. You just wrecked me. That was We'll Keep You Safe by Alita Barthel, and she's here in San Diego, and directed by Carly Bodner. Thank you. Lovely. And next up, I'm really proud of my running order tonight because it's this lovely bounce back sort of thing. Next up, we have a monologue. I am going to fail, Jen, and I apologize for not emailing you for the pronunciation of your name. Thank you. And I thank you for that forgivingness already in advance. This is written by Jen Huska. Huska. I don't know. I'm so sorry, but there you are. And it is directed by Nicole Perry. It is a really fun piece. And this is being performed by Erin Klarner. It is Pre-Walk.
I'm here. We're going. Yes! Here comes my human. I have my leash, and we're going for a walk. Third walk of the day. We're going out the door of our beautiful palace, and we're going on the sidewalk past bushes. So many bushes. And we're going to smell all the smells. Smells! So many smells to smell. And my smell will join other smells, and the smells will connect with each other. We're all connected with our smells. That's amazing, isn't it? This is gonna be amazing. The best walk ever. I can't wait. Oh, I see my human. She's putting on her shoes. She doesn't like it when I lick her shoes when she ties them. Ah, silly human. It won't be long now. She's looking at her little silver box. She looks at her little silver box a lot. Does she love her little silver box more than she loves me? It doesn't matter. Silly human. She's putting her little silver box in her pocket. That's a good sign. That's a very, very good sign. She's putting a scarf on her face. Humans are so strange these days. They don't want to meet each other on the sidewalk. They avoid each other as if they're scared of each other. Sometimes they pull their dogs away from me, even though their dogs want to meet me. I want to meet the dogs, and it makes me sad that I can't meet all the other dogs. But I can meet some of the dogs. My human has a long leash, and I can run and jump and dance. There's a pit bull that I love to dance with, and we come together while humans stand apart. It makes me happy, happy, happy. Oh, here she comes. She's putting the bag in her pocket, and we're going, going, and she's putting on the leash, and I'm out the door. Oh, it's beautiful out here.
Oh, wow. That was impressive. That was fun. Wow. That was impressive. Erin Klarner performing as dog and human. I would have to say that is our first, I think it's our first sort of playing two parts, TITC performance. Erin Klarner as dog and human in Pre-Walk, written by Jen Husja. And that I'm sticking with that for now. Directed by Nicole Perry. And this is a little bit of a shorter show today, but we are kind of playing with different lengths of show. We're happy with it though tonight. I'm thrilled with this show. And last but certainly not least, we have a monologue written by Christian St. Croix. And he's also a San Diego playwright. So we either had a lot of submissions from San Diego playwrights or we just sweeping this week. And it is directed by me, actually, because I really enjoyed reading this, and I decided I really wanted to direct it. There you go. I said it. And this is being performed by Wilfred Paloma. This is You're Working the Checkout at Albertsons.
You're working the checkout at Albertsons, and the woman you just rung up is 23 cents short for her 3 bags of Hawaiian sweet rolls and her single 4-pack of toilet paper. You wonder if she's just buying the rolls to hide the toilet paper. A bunch of people are embarrassed to be seen buying toilet paper. Your mother's one of those people. Maybe that's why I told the woman it's not a problem, and I let her leave without a fuss. Your till will be 23 cents short today. You're working the checkout at Albertsons, and the hot guy that used to work across the street at the sushi restaurant, he comes in and you're ringing up his pack of juicy fruit, and he's telling you how his stimulus check hasn't come in yet. He doesn't know how he's gonna make ends meet. He looks so sad. You just want to take his hand, but you can't touch him. You're working the checkout at Albertsons, and you're really going to need to see some ID for the beer. You're working the checkout at Albertsons, and the woman at the end of your line, she drops the bottle of Barefoot Chardonnay that she's loosely holding, and it shatters. And the Barefoot Chardonnay, it splatters all over the legs of the woman in front of her. And the Barefoot Chardonnay's husband, who's standing right next to her, says, "Really, Janice, really? Check out at Albertsons, and the hot girl that worked across the street at the cereal bar, she comes in, and you're bringing up her 20-ounce bottle of Diet Coke, and she's telling you how her grandfather's in the house, and she doesn't know if she's ever going to see him again. She looks so sad. You just want to take her hand, but you can't touch her. You're working the checkout at Albertsons, and suddenly you burst into tears. The elderly woman whose orange juice you're about to ring up, she goes to touch you, and she remembers she can't at the last minute. You can't tell if she's like ashamed to have made the move or horrified that she could have given you some comfort but didn't. So either way, she puts her hands one over the other against her chest, and she starts to cry with you. And you want to hug her, and she wants to hug you, and you need to hold her, and she needs to hold you, and neither of you can. And both your hearts are breaking. You just want to be touched. You're working the checkout stand at Albertsons, and you can't see it from where you are, but there's a sun far up above you, shining so high and so bright. She can't warn you yet, but just wait. Just wait.
Aw. Thank you. Well, there you go. I'm just gonna go to cry myself to sleep now. That was the lovely and talented Wilfred Paloma with You're Working the Checkout at Albertsons, written by the also lovely and talented Christian St. Croix, and I had the pleasure of directing Wilfred in that piece. Thank you all so very much. I'm so very grateful. I'm so very grateful to all the theater artists who give their time. And I'm so goodness gracious, I didn't I'm so very grateful to the theater artists who give their time to this show, and to those of you who watch. My intention, I never think about how much time things are going to take, and that's how I get things done. And was just to give artists an opportunity to come together and create. And I'm just super grateful, and to give people who might not be able to work together otherwise, because I saw that that was an opportunity that we have with this medium, which seems limited, but in a way is also expansive. And tonight, we had the performance of our 100th Theater is the Cure monologue, and I didn't want to tell anyone who it was before, because I didn't want anybody to be like, I'm the 100th, I gotta. And that was our dog human, Aaron Klarner, was our 100th TITC monologue. So That's just kind of something to celebrate. And I just thank you so much. Please tell your friends, and we'll be here until we get to sit in dark theaters and be inspired and challenged and all this wonderful stuff that theater does for us. And we'll be here, and we hope you join us both as audience and as theater artists. Thank you so very much. We're going to give you all a curtain call now and give a wave and say goodbye. There you are. So wave it out. Thank you so much. Have a great night, everyone. Thanks so very much. We are Theater is the Cure. And now what ended? I don't even know what